two putters from L.A.B Golf that are competing for the spot in my bag. We have the OZ.1i and the all-new DF3i. We're gonna do some practice green testing as well as some on-course testing to see which one can handle the pressure of going in the bag. First, let's talk about what is similar about these two putters and what is completely different. All right, guys, so first of all, these are both insert putters. The DF3i and the OZ.1i have the silver insert. It's going to feel the same coming off. So another thing that's going to be very similar on these two putters is the eye line and the sight line that we have here on top. You're going to have the line with the line out the back. Same thing on the DF3i. Those are going to be very similar sight lines as you look down at the putter. Now, getting into what's a little bit different. This OZ.1i is actually going to be a counterbalance edition. The counterbalance is going to be with the heavier head. They have a heavy head option that goes with the counterbalance. Also, this putter is going to be longer. This is 38 inches. It's going to have a longer grip. Also, you notice that this grip is centered on the shaft and there is no pistol to the actual grip. When we get to the other one, you will see a different grip. So another thing that is different is the head shape. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit different. This is more of the DF3 style head, comes with the insert, but this is a standard 34.5-inch putter. So it's going to be shorter. The other one's 38 inches. And because it is standard, this is a standard weighted head. All right. So when you go on their website, you'll see standard weighting and you'll see a heavy option. Now, when we get into the grip, you see how this is not centered on the shaft. This has a 2-degree press, which means if you have a forward press or if you like to forward press, this is similar to what that is. It automatically has the press in the grip. You can see that it kind of is hugging that left side of the grip. And then also as you turn it, it has the pistol here at the top, which is more, again, a preference of mine that I have. So different grip, obviously the short grip as well, but this putter is noticeably lighter than the OZ.1i. Now again, we have different head shapes and we also have different colors. This is the charcoal and this is the emerald green. I love that emerald green color. But at the end of this video, we're going to take all of the information and the data that we can find and we're going to put it into my decision. Let's get into the practice green testing. All right, guys, we're out at the practice green. We're going to do some practice green testing. What we're going to do is we're going to hit some short putts. We're going to hit some lag putts. We're going to see how the putter feels, different weight styles, different head styles, which one fits my eye a little bit better, which one I feel like I can control the speed a little bit better with. And then at the end of it, I'm going to give you my feedback on what I feel like is leading after the practice green session. And then we're going to take it out on the course tomorrow. I'm going to play 9 holes with the DF3i. I'm going to play 9 holes with the OZ.1i, and I'm going to see, one, how many putts I have on each side, which one I feel more confident with at the end of the round. And then at the end of the round tomorrow, we're going to make a decision, and one of these putters is going in the bag. Starting with the DF3i. All right, so first thing I notice is the pistol grip and the lighter head weight. Obviously a much bigger head and different style head. I love the sight line. Just going to hit a couple little 5 and 6 footers here just to see how it feels coming off. One thing I've liked in the past about the DF3 is this little hole in the back. You can pick up your golf ball. Now with that OZ.1i, it is a little bit harder to pick up your golf ball. Not that that's a major factor, but we do have to consider it. It's part of the equation. I can pick up my golf ball without bending my old knees to pick it up. Now we're just hitting a couple putts from the opposite side of this hole. So a couple things I'm thinking about is how the putter feels in my hand and how the ball feels coming off the putter face. Again, it should be very similar, if not identical, because they're both inserts. Now again, I love the sight line. I love that little bar in the front, kind of matches up with the width of the golf ball. And you got the line going through all the way through the back. All right, a little bit longer putts here. See how we feel about it. Should be a little bit down the hill here, I think. Not sure of break, but that felt a little bit like a heel strike, but still pretty good pace. These greens are running very quick. This is a downhill putt. I'm gonna leave that one short. Let's see where that one ends up. Again, the feedback I have there is that I was able to dial in the speed within 3 putts. I was able to figure out down the hill how hard I need to hit it. All right, just a couple more here. I feel like the main difference here is going to be one is counterbalance, heavier head option, and one is lighter with the press in the grip. I also feel like the on-course testing is going to be huge. Which one will stand up to the pressure of an actual round? And I want to see what the difference is with these quick greens, what the difference is with the head weight on how hard I have to hit putts. Because I mean, obviously I'm barely tapping these things and they're going so far. The heavier weight might make it where I have to hit it even softer. Let's switch it up, switch to the OZ.1i. Just gonna hit, again, a couple little 5 to 6 footers, just like we did last time. Biggest thing here, obviously you can see there's a lot of grip up here. That's the counterbalance. Much heavier head. You can definitely feel the difference in the head weights. Still feels really good coming off. The feel is not really that different as far as the head weights because these inserts are the same. But it does feel like it might just be a tendency, but it feels like I need to hit it softer with the bigger, heavier head. Again, here's that eye line with the OZ.1i, very, very similar to the DF3i. I'll put those here side by side. And you've got the beautiful silver insert. The black looks really good going into the head here. All right, now we're gonna hit a little bit longer putts, just like we did with the DF3i. Now there is the benefit of kind of knowing that this is quick, so might be able to dial in the speed a little better. There. But if you get it out right, I don't think it comes back. All right, a couple more here. Definitely, again, the biggest difference is just the head weight. I don't really mind this up here. The head weight feels, it just feels heavier. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, I feel like the on-course testing is going to be crucial. Very quick greens. Let's see if we can actually make a putt here. I mean, look at that, how much that rolls out still. And if I go a little bit farther out, it doesn't, oh, here it comes. Okay, we've made a putt. I'm really just concentrating on speed. Again, I've said it a few times. I feel like the on-course testing is going to be crucial. All right, guys, so after the practice putting green session, here's what I like and what I don't like. I love the color of the OZ.1i. That green is beautiful. In my hands, the DF3i feels better. I don't know why. It's a lighter head. It's a little bit bigger mallet. It's the standard 34.5 inch that I would normally get on a putter. It's not the counterbalance. It just feels better. But I'm curious to see how they perform on the course. Let's take it out on the course. Let's do 9 holes with the DF3i and 9 holes with the OZ.1i. And that is going to be our deciding factor. I will make a decision at the end. Now, all I'm going to do is show you the putts from this round. I'm going to fast forward through it. We're going to have a putt counter. Let's see how many we got. And then at the end, I'll tell you exactly what we got and which one is going in the bag.
Look and roll, yes!
All right, guys, we're on to the back 9. The DF3i had a strong showing there on the front 9. No 3 putts, 2 birdies. End up shooting even on the front. Let's go to the back 9. We're going to start using the OZ.1i. See how it can do.
Holy smokes, you're lucky that hit the hole.
All right, guys, so you can see that obviously this one is a little bit of a heavier head. Hit that putt like I have been, and it was humming. So, gonna have to make some adjustments here with the OZ.1i here on the back 9. Still a 2 putt, but let's keep it going. Guys, so far, the OZ.1i, I don't know if it's just the switching from the heavier head into the heavier head or if it's what, but not so good. Had a 3 putt, just doesn't feel right. The other one feels so much better. We're gonna give it the rest of this 9, but right now, DF3i is in the lead. Well, guys, we're done. And as you can see, pretty obviously, the DF3i is going in the bag. Absolutely putted lights out with that on the front 9. Had 2 birdies, shot even par. This back 9 could not get the speed down. This heavier head, it was a little different, obviously, but I couldn't get it. It just didn't feel right. So we're going with the DF3i. It's going in the bag. We're gonna make lots of birdies.